Mwangaza from Metropole TV Digital. We're here at Zoho office for an interview, and we'll jump straight into an introductory part.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So my name is Veera Kumar. You can call me Veera. I have been in this region for past about 15 years now. I have been into IT industry all these times. I have been into providing solution in terms of hardware or software, generally a technology solution provider for multiple companies in this region. And with Zoho, I started in 2021, just 2 years before by now. With Zoho, I'm taking care of East Africa as a region, and we are about 15 people in this region, and I look after the region for Zoho. And before we go on to any other question, just giving an introduction of the company. Zoho is a technology company. We provide business applications to any company that wants to adopt technology into their businesses. So we come into the space of digitalizing any business or bringing technology to streamline your businesses and so on. So what exactly those applications that we provide? It's like any organization has multiple departments. You say finance department. Whether it is small, big, whatever the size, finance is something everyone will have it. And the same way, every company will have sales and marketing department, and then there will be a human resource department. So we provide solutions to make sure that these operations are run smoothly. Finance, we provide the accounting packages, expenses module, and so on. Sales and marketing, like CRM products, HRM module to manage the attendance and leave management stuff, and collaborative tools across all the departments like mail, email, chat solutions, and meeting solutions, all that we provide. So it's like a technology company providing a bouquet of about 55 plus products to run your operations.
With the current business environment in Kenya, inflation, we are experiencing a runaway inflation. And what are some of the, and of course, key challenge in handling cost of living is these small businesses trying to crack revenue prospects in tech space. What are some of the enabling techniques in cracking this nightmare as far as Zoho is concerned?
True. These are very tough times in our business, specific to our region, not only specific to our region, across the globe as well. And one thing that we have been seeing that's giving us more benefit is multiple factors. Most important thing would be being close to the customer or your potential customer. The customers don't forget, or they don't leave you so easily when you are with them during their tough journey, whether in terms of providing the right advice in terms of whatever you are selling, and don't oversell. That's something that it's pretty common, but these are tough times when you try and oversell something that customer may not need it. The customer tends to run away, and that is very high currently. So it's mostly give the right solution, be with the customer as much as possible. And definitely one thing also we should note that the time period taken to make a sale is quite longer now. So from software point of view, it used to be like maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks to 2 months, and now it's like 5 months to 6 months because of various other reasons. So I think it's being with the customer and then selling the right product and recommending the right solution. I think that's the best thing to crack the sale right now.
At what point does an SME align with technology?
Okay, so that's very interesting question. It's not just for SMEs, for any companies. Gone are those days where the companies can think about technology much later. Maybe I'll earn some money and then I will think about it. No, that's not the case now. That shouldn't be the case now. Technology starts as early as when you start naming the company, right? Or when you do the initial branding for the company, when you start developing your solution, or you make your first sale, you should bring in technology into your space. It can be as simple as having your own website, or it can be as simple as having your a proper accounting system to manage your purchases and sales. Or it can be as simple as having a collaborative tools like email or meeting tools and so on. But bring in technology at the earliest stage possible, so that when you grow, the technology adoption also grows. And then most importantly, with the current technology adoption, it's not about just having some fancy technology. It's all about reducing your cost and increasing your productivity. So the earlier the companies adopt the technology into the business, it's better.
In line to that, the world is changing, of course, alongside which there's an uptick in number of cybersecurity concerns.
Right.
Individuals are getting tech skills from internet, rogue institutions. How safe are these businesses into tech space?
The Juja voice, when you say the cybersecurity issues, Juja voice is the one that comes to my mind. See, the way you said, yes, the cyber criminals, they have easy access to multiple products at lesser cost, where they can access all kind of technologies. So the SMEs, okay, first and foremost thing, any kind of a cyber threat is personal discipline. I mean, like if you can have multi-factor authentication or multiple passwords, multiple stages of verifying your login credentials, use that. We call it as a two-factor authentication or a multi-factor authentication. Please use that judicially. That's most important. And then second thing now, okay, the technology is at a place where as much as we provide as a company, multiple companies, not just Zoho, any company for that matter, provides a state-of-the-art security solutions, the secured environment for the SME to adopt the technology. So it's not necessarily that the SMEs have to be very cautious about where do we buy and all that. Also, while choosing the company, be very clear who provides the right set of securities for your business, right? So it again, back to Zoho, we are a company where we hold the data of the customer. We provide, it's stored in our data center. It's not stored at customers' own server or their office. It's on our data center, which means like we take utmost care to make sure that the data is well secured enough, right? So we do follow something like the ISO standards. So we are ISO 21007 certified, and we also follow in terms of the data mirroring between two data centers, regular auditing, and so on and so forth. So so the SMEs also may not have access to all these data, but it's always good to ask the companies that provides the tech solutions to make sure that that the data is well secured.
How does Zoho help business identify and leverage technology to achieve their revenue? Because revenue definitely is the main objective for one wanting to start a business.
Right. Yeah. See, Zoho as a company, we are enablers of the business, right? So it is all about, see, when any company, SMEs can earn more money or make more sales, few areas. The first thing first, their process has to be well set and then well defined. We can help there. Their costing has to be very optimal, and then they should not be spending, unnecessarily or unexpectedly anywhere. We can help there, right? And then they don't have to have too many resources or too less of a resource where they get into bottlenecks or they end up paying too much of money. We can help with that. So we provide applications like CRM, where we can make sure that there are enough and more potential pipeline, it's already there built in the CRM, meaning like your sales force are constantly updating their data, so that as a team leader or as a owner of the business, you'll be able to see how is my sales for next 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. So you'll be able to see the pipeline for the whole year already. So that's on the CRM part. And then with the accounting, with our accounting softwares, you would be able to manage your expenses properly, so you don't end up spending too much or too less. And in the same way with all the other tools, you will be able to identify the right number of manpower that you need for your environment, and then you can optimize it. So with all these tools, we may not directly bring a customer to you, but we'll make sure that you have a right environment where you and your team will be able to bring in more customers.
Earlier on, you mentioned something to do with oversell.
Yes.
To anyone out there, to an ordinary Kenyan or somebody who's running a business, really might fail to understand this oversell. Perhaps if I open business at 8 and I want revenue streams into my revenue portfolio, maybe I should say, well, instead of opening at 8, I should open at 7 or even 6. Am I overselling, or what do you mean by overselling in this matter?
Okay, overselling, I meant more in terms of the solution that one customer needs, right? So I'll take our area of expertise, the where we provide different apps for the customer. So I met a customer recently. They are in a startup. They are a startup company, right? So their environment is, they have their own core product with which they try and earn money. In that way, while they do it, their main requirement was only a call center agent, a software to manage their agents, the customer care agents. So when I met with them, they are very happy with the customer care solution that we have given. And then I was trying to tell them that you are a big company, like about 100 people. Why don't you have some software to manage your attendance system? Or why don't you have a CRM system that might require to manage your customer database and all that? And then they were like very clear, we are in still a startup. And then our core requirement was to make sure that our customers are happy. So we had a ticketing system or the customer care solution that you guys have provided. But I believe we can still live without the attendance system for some more time. We don't want to end up spending too much at this point in time. So this is the best example I was saying it. Instead of giving everything and then pushing them to buy the attendance system and everything, it's best you stay with them in the long run and then tell them that okay, and then support them as much as they want. And coming back to a lot of SMEs in our region, the same thing that you were saying, let's say somebody is selling computers, they buy and sell computers. So if the customer is looking for a standard regular office works and he's not looking for a very fancy stuff and all that, please don't sell them very fancy looking or high spec products. Just give them what they want at the right price. These are the tough times. The moment the customer realizes that you had given them something more than what they wanted, probably they may never come back to you. So that's the idea of overselling.
Okay. Do you facilitate the integration of various business functions like sales, marketing, finance to achieve revenue goals?
Thank you for asking that question.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that question. See, Zoho as a company, we provide multiple applications to manage your businesses, manage any SMEs to manage their businesses. So this involves not just financial aspect of the business. It involves the sales and marketing aspect of the business, managing the human resources in terms of attendance and performance management, leave management and all that, and also streamlining their operations. Maybe they have a specific logistical operations or a sales and business module. So we provide multiple applications, and then each of them can very nicely integrate with each other as well. So the customer gets, depending on the way I was saying, not overselling. So they can start with one product. Maybe they are a small company and with this hard time they want to keep their books clean. They can start with our accounting package, and then as they go forward they can integrate with the sales and marketing tool, and maybe when they grow bigger they can bring in the HR tool, and in the meantime they can adapt the collaborative tools like the mail, meeting and other stuff. So in that way we provide everything. The customer doesn't have to buy everything at once. They can buy as they start growing. So we grow with the customers.
What kind of support and training does your company provide to businesses to ensure they can effectively use your software for their revenue growth?
Okay, so support and training, I'll take it in two levels. One is before sale and then the after sale. So before sale, the way we sell our product is that we stay with the customer in terms of technical demo, and then we also provide POCs wherein like we allow the customer to use freely for some time in their environment, so that the customer gets used to the product, and then they make sure that yes, the product can give enough and more the solution that they wanted, they are looking for. So during that period we provide a technical expert to be there with the customer whenever they want, in terms of demo or in terms of training and all that, so that they get the right experience before they actually pay for the product. And then in terms of after sale we have multiple levels of support. Number one, yes, we have a local support team where you can call them on a mobile number or you can reach out them on a mail, and then they respond to that, and then they pick up the solution, and they provide the solution for the problem. And on top of that we have our biggest support team back in India and Dubai, so where L2 L3 support goes, and then we have them. And then the second thing is we have a partner ecosystem where we have multiple partners providing different solutions. So if the customer is buying from us or through a partner, and then they are looking for a lot of integration or new customization, they can go through partners also. And then third and most important thing is that if the customer is sizable, they pay they buy for a big number of users, and then they have to pay a decent amount of money every year. Then we provide a key account manager as well. So who will be a one-point contact point for the customer, so they can always talk to them directly, and then the key account manager will be able to solve the problems for them. So apart from this, we do have our regular trainings, monthly, quarterly, and all that with the different depending on the products and stuff. So we always arrange either at our office or we do a webinars and stuff. So it's a continuous process. It's not like, okay, we do 1, 2, 3, that's it. No, it's a continuous process. We try and support as much as possible to our customers.
What is your strategy for keeping up with rapidly changing technology, trends, and customer demands?
What we decided is exactly for the same reason, like we have to be with the customer. What we call is feet on the ground. So be close to your customer. So that the way I was explaining earlier on the first point, it's like when you want to get more idea of what's happening in the market, be on the ground, close to the customer, keep listening to them. I believe whatever technology comes in, whatever you do, the best thing to understand the expectation of the customer is be with them and then listen to them. I'll give you again an example. The Teams integration requirement that's mandated by the government. It was easy for us to pick it up because we were with the customers. And then currently people are expecting us to integrate with multiple payment system. That's becoming something standardized everywhere. It's like integrating with our M-Pesa, for example, M-Pesa pay bill and the till number, or integrating with our bigger bankers or Visa and MasterCard. So that all something that we were able to pick it up faster because we were on the ground. Imagine we have been selling our product for so many years, but only last year we have done all these integrations, only this year. So that happened because we were on ground and then we are close to the customer. So I would say picking up the trends or expectation from the customer purely comes from being with the customer and then feet on the ground. And continuous support, as a company, we invest very huge on the emerging trends. For example, artificial intelligence, or the popularly known as ChatGPT. So this is something we have integrated with all our 55 plus products. So you want to use any specific product from ourselves, it is already integrated with an artificial intelligence solution that's developed by Zoho, which means the customer is not worried about, oh, okay, am I missing something out, being with Zoho. No, you are not missing anything with being with Zoho, because our company invests heavily on artificial intelligence currently, or anything that's happening around the world, like machine languages and then the LLM and all that. Yes, we do invest, and then it's a continuous process. And this is a company where we invest more than 50% back into R&D, the research and development. So that's one of the key things that, yes, we do, so that we are on top of the technology.
Zoho has AI software?
It's not a standalone AI software. It's more like whatever you do with our products, it comes with the AI solution. So it's, as a customer, you don't have to buy an AI software separately. You buy the regular product, but we have added that AI feature. So say for example, email, right? So email, if you want to have you want to formalize the right sentences, if you're applying for a job or you're sending a quotation for your customer, you want to formalize a nice email, you can take help from our chat, or AI. The same thing goes for your CRM tool also. So like you have multiple customers, you are not sure how much you are going to sell in the coming quarters. I'm sure our CRM tool integrated with the artificial intelligence can give you a better idea of whether you are closing the sale or you are losing the sale and so on.
I don't know if you're safe with this question, but I'll throw it your way. Can you share some examples of businesses which have successfully used your software to increase their revenue?
Yes, so we have multiple companies that use our softwares. I can name some of them. ICA Line, the insurance company, they are one of our topmost customer, and then they have been using our CRM and email solutions for quite some time. They are one of the biggest and one of the longest customer as well. And we have PesaPal, the fintech company. So they also use our customer care product and the CRM as well. So they have been doing it very well. And for a live example recently, I cannot name this company, but I'll give an example how happy they were. So this is an engineering company. They lease the engineering products. So they did not have any software or anything in place. they were looking for a software, and then they were very they were sticking onto their basics. I want a proper sales funnel. I want to have a visibility of whether my salespeople are working or not, and so on. So we were able to give the CRM solutions to them, and then they have customized the way they wanted it. Within 3 months, we can see that they were very happy. So when they were just talking about sales, now they are talking about the funnel, the pipeline, dashboard, and all that because of our product. And then they are very happy that they are able to increase the sale, or they were able to see what's happening on their numbers. Now they are adding other products as well. Now they are adding our people management software. They are looking at our email solution also. So I think that's some of the good wins in this region. The insurance companies, I'll try and go sector wise, for example.
Sector wise, that's fine.
So the insurance companies, we have ICL line and APA Insurance using multiple products as SACOs. We have IG SACO. We have Kenya Bankers Association SACO. So they both of them use our multiple products that includes our CRM and then the omni-channel ticketing system as well. Let me say which other industry, building industries we have multiple. Okay, Burghani Engineering, so they are one of the good customers that they are with us for quite some time. Which other industry can I name? We have in the car dealership, we have Maridadi as one of our biggest customer, and AutoCheck is one of our good customer as well. And then in terms of online companies, we have Brighter Monday Group, Brighter Monday, or Byron Kenya. They all use our products, multiple products depending on their requirement. And I'm sure you are all familiar with the co-working space called Cofisi. They are one of our good customer as well. They have been using for all their employees multiple products. They use close to 9 to 10 products of us. Yeah, so I think I've covered. If you name any other industry, I will look for the name.
Fine. How friendly, rather fair, current tax finance act to business in Kenyan market? It's been a conversation. It's been a talk in town. Yeah. How friendly, in your own perspective?
Okay, me as my individual perspective, I would say government is trying to tighten the screws. More than, I wouldn't say yes, government has brought in some of the new taxes specifically for the individual employees, and then the governments the employees in terms of the taxes and the housing levy and other stuff. But more than that, what I see from the other side also is that they are trying to fill the hole wherever the leakage was happening. They are trying to fill it. I can name, earlier there used to be the hardware and the electronics used to come from different ports. Now they have closed all the other ports. It has to come either through Mombasa or JKIA. It used to come through different airports also, where it was not taxed or anything. Now government simply has done that, they have blocked it. And then, so in fact, I was telling some of my colleagues as well, as much as government has increased a little bit here and there on the taxes, yes, but more than that, they are tightening the screws, which is in long run good for the economy, right? Yes, maybe we are feeling the pressure at this point in time, but I believe the practices, I'm not just talking about increase of taxes, I'm just talking about, the government pushing each and every employee, the SMEs, to be compliant to the taxes and rules, and M-Pesa transactions coming under, tax rule, coming under the local taxes. Those are the things that are being tightened. I wouldn't say it is a burden. It is just being tightened. It's just being set straightforward. But yes, there are some increased taxes on the other side. I believe if the cash flow is not affected, if the money flow, if the government is able to invest in the infrastructure project and so on, I'm sure we will be back to normal in no time.
Future plans for Zoho?
Well, that's exciting as always. Yes, now this year we have been doing so far very well in this region in Kenya, and we are growing over close to 100% compared to last year revenues. And I believe now that we have a team of about 15 people, we have set a local support team, which is the local sales and customer facing teams. The next thing we wanted to, this office is being a hub office. We wanted to branch into the other regional, other countries in the region. By next year, first quarter, we want to go into Uganda and Tanzania. So we will have a local presence by our team, and then we want to make sure that our customers in those countries are taken care very well, and then that's the focus right now. I think with this we'll be able to grow broadly in East Africa as a region, and I think we will be able to add another. We'll be able to double our the employee by end of next year.
How many countries are you operating so far in Africa?
The physical presence, when we say operating, meaning with a local team and an office, we are there in 4 countries in Africa. It's to cover East, West, South, and North Africa. So North Africa, we are present in Egypt, and then trying to cover the Northern Africa. West Africa, we have our offices in Lagos, and then we are trying to cover the west part of the Africa. South Africa, we have two big offices, one in Cape Town and in Joburg. And then probably we might go into other towns in South Africa before we move into the rest of the southern part of Africa, like Mozambique or Angola or Zimbabwe and stuff. So East Africa, yes, we are present in Kenya to look after the East Africa, eastern part of the Africa.
Well, you carry so much as far as your capacity as well is concerned, and you have quite much to offer to businesses out there. Businesses are struggling.
I'll stick to 2 basic rules, basic points, basic rules, basic lifestyle. If you're in business, look out for 2 things. The first and foremost thing would be, which our CEO also keeps telling us, like spend cautiously. Don't spend on this is not the time to spend and get money. This is the time to make sure that we keep our existing customers as we keep growing ourselves. So any company, any businesses, make sure that you keep your customers close to you. Especially in our region, we see a lot of startup companies coming in, and then they exit quickly. The investment fund is not being used very well. Those kind of things. I would say companies are not, they have not seen the growth on overnight. It is a long game, if you want to use the word. It's a long game in your life. Like, you have to stay in the game, you have to grind it, and then you have to develop. So yes, these are tough times, but stay in the game, whatever you are doing. As long as you know what you are doing, please stay, and then sustain this, build your ecosystem around whatever you are doing, and then build your solutions to your customer, and then plan your growth over a long period of time. Probably you will suffer 1 year or 2 years, but definitely we are going to come back very strongly as a country in the near future. And third, and something that I have to say to anyone in business, please adopt technology into your businesses at the earliest possible. I think that's my suggestion to anyone in business in our region.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.